Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I got another package from Eaglemoss today. It is not from the usual subscription, it is from the Eaglemoss shop. I have decided to pick up a couple of the plaques. They had a sale going on. The Voyager one was back in stock. It had been out of stock. And Deep Space Nine had just came out. There was a sale. I thought now's the time. So I'm going to open up and take a quick peek at the Deep Space Nine Defiant and the Voyager dedication plaque. These are the bridge plaques, or a replica of the bridge plaques from the different series. And then I like the little boxes they come in. This is far better than the Enterprise D, which you get that with the subscription. After several issues, you get the Enterprise D plaque, and it just comes in styrofoam. It doesn't come in a nice neat little box. That would have been really cool, because not only am I collecting the ships, I'm collecting the boxes. I've moved once. It was wonderful to have all the boxes and the styrofoam to put everything back in to move to the new place. But at any rate, here we have the U.S.S. Voyager. And on the package, we have a bit of reading. I have a picture of the plaque. And, of course, Star Trek, the official Starship collection. And Star Trek Voyager, U.S.S. Voyager dedication plaque. And on here it says, this is an officially licensed scale replica of the dedication plaque that appeared on the bridge of the Intrepid class U.S.S. Voyager NCC 74656 during all 7 seasons of the series. The plaque, which was designed for the show by scenic artist Mike Okuda, reveals the ship's launch date and features the names of many members of the production department. And on the side here, we've got, in numerous different languages, collector's item not designed or intended for play by children under 14 years of age, made in China. So, enough talking. Let's open it up, or enough reading. Let's see what's inside of the Voyager. And inside we have the styrofoam, which is pretty much what the Enterprise D had come in. We're just going to open up for one side. And here we are. Some scratches in the plastic. They scared me there. Let's take that out. We will set that to the side. And here we have the U.S.S. Voyager. Tighten up just a bit. Not sure how well that's going to come out with the lighting. And of course, we have the plaque is nice looking. It is a very solid shade of color with a slightly different shade on the raised areas, the line around, border, the insignia, the name. It's a nice even coat, and the names are all engraved. It's very nice looking plaque. And we have what looks like little bolts that would hold it to the bridge, maybe, I don't know. The back is a little more streaky, rough looking, but so what? That's the back. But it's pretty good about being smooth and even and no chips. So, that is the Voyager plaque that I have been waiting for. Starfleet Registry NCC 74656, Intrepid class starship. Launch stardate 48038.5. Earth Station McKinley, Sol Sector, United Federation of Planets. And we have Starfleet Command with a bunch of names, Fleet Ops, Research and Dev, Science Ops, Tactical Ops, Yard Engineers. And I recognize a couple of names, but there are a lot here. But the biggest one, Chief of Staff, Gene Roddenberry. For I dipped into the future, far as human eye could see, saw the vision of the world and all the wonder that would be. Alfred Tennyson. Not familiar with that, but it's very nice. All part of this engraved plaque. And there you have it. There is $20 worth of neat little plaque. I'm going to stuff this back in here and move on to the Defiant. And the Defiant itself come in a nice little box. I'm going to go back out here. Star Trek Deep Space Nine U.S.S. Defiant Dedication Plaque. And on the back it says pretty much the same. It has a picture of the plaque. Star Trek Deep Space Nine U.S.S. Defiant Dedication Plaque. And it's pretty much the same paragraph. This is an officially licensed scale replica of the dedication plaque that appeared on the bridge of the U.S.S. Defiant NX 74205 from the episode in which it made its debut, The Search Part 1, until it was destroyed in The Changing Face of Evil. This is an officially licensed scale replica of the dedication plaque that appeared on the bridge of the U.S.S. Defiant NX 74205 from the episode in which it made its debut, The Search Part 1, until it was destroyed in The Changing Face of Evil. The plaque, which was designed for the show by scenic artist Mike Oguda, reveals the ship's launch date and features the names of many members of the production department. Let's open it up. Let's see what it looks like. It does not wish to. There we go. All right. What do we have in here? Of course, the other plaque. In plastic and in paper. Alright. Don't know why this gets paper and the other doesn't, but here it is. I'm going to use this to cushion things. Zoom back in just a little bit. And we have the U.S.S. Defiant. Much the same. It does have a very nice solid color. The raised parts have a slightly different shade. I will say that it looks like in between the letters on this one, the color fades a bit. It's not as even like it was on the Voyager. Again, we have the little simulated bolts. We have Starfleet Registry NX 74205, first starship of her class. Launch stardate 47538.5. Antares Shipyards, Bajor Sector, United Federation of Planets. And again, a list of names. And Starfleet Command, Fleet Ops, Research and Development, Science and Ops, Tackle and Ops, Yard Engineering, and Chief of Staff, Gene Roddenberry. Again, I recognize some of the names. I'm not going to go through them, but I will read. All I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. John Masefield. Very nice. So what do we do now? Oh, wait, let's take a look at the back and the sides. Nice and even. Doesn't appear to be any chips. Just pieces of styrofoam here and there. And the back is, again, kind of rough looking. But who cares? That's the back. The front is very nice. I'm not sure what this is made of. maybe some sort of porcelain. I'm not really sure. It's got a good weight to it. The box was surprisingly heavy when it came. But let's see both of them together. And back out we go. Trying to hold it at an angle so you can actually see on the screen. It looks like when I lay them flat they turn pretty dark. But they're very similar. See, they look to be about the same size, although the Voyager, the border is smaller, whereas the Defiant is closer to the edge. And now that they're side by side, you can see the difference between the letters, how this one is a little faded on the paint and this one is smoother. You can also see what appears to be brush strokes on the emblem. Not that big a deal. They do look pretty nice. They feel equally heavy. This is a nice addition, and I have some ideas of what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to wait. I believe the original Enterprise plaque is coming. I'm going to wait to see how many are how many there are going to be before I decide where to put them. I have an idea. I don't want to put them up yet and then have to move them. And when that time comes, I will definitely share. The other thing that is on my mind is now that I have these, I want to go back and compare them to the Enterprise D, the subscriber one. I only have so much screen room, so let's start with comparing it to the Voyager. I have it right here. And here they are, side by side. And with this one, you can tell a difference. This is a duller, the Enterprise D is a duller coat. You can see it fades around the borders and in between the letters quite a bit, to the point where it's kind of a whitish silver. It makes it look like it's not as well done. It does not have as even a coat. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to look like. I kind of doubt it, but I could be wrong. The borders are about the same. The size of the plaque is the same. The simulated bolts or stars on this one for whatever reason. It has the same engraving. It doesn't feel quite as smooth. It doesn't feel rough, but it's just not quite the same slick feel as the Voyager. So that raises a few questions in my mind. Is this accurate to what it was supposed to look like? Is this just not got as good a coat? Are the ones they're shipping out now, do they look better than this? I wonder. If you have a plaque, especially if you've bought a plaque from the website rather than from the subscriber issue, I'd be really curious. Does it look like this? Does it have the whitish silver between the letters and running around the edge of the border? Also, this border and the letters are the same color as the background and not slightly different shades such as this. And just because, so I can say I did it, we stand it beside the Defiant. And even the Defiant, which seemed to have more fading in between the letters, is nowhere near the point of this. This is a much shinier gold, and this is a much more brass, bronzish color. So I thought it would be interesting to compare. And they are also similar weight. This feels slightly heavier. Again, I'm not sure what they're made of. But that's interesting. I will have to go look, or if you have any ideas, is this accurate to what it looked like on the show, or is this just cheaper done? Very curious to find out. But only so curious, it makes it look not as special with the other two beside it. So it's a little disappointing. It's great that the Defiant and Voyager are such a solid golden color and so much smoother, but it makes this one look a little sad. But there you have it. There's 3 of the plaques. I intend on getting more. I have ordered the ISS Enterprise, but it has yet to arrive. Being patient, these came very quickly. I had these within 3 or 4 days of ordering them. However, apparently in the U.S., I do not live far from where they are shipped. So that's really nice. But, any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching. Keep on keeping on.